And welcome back to another week. It's our favorite time. Another car, a spectacular car. This is season 5, episode 15, and I'm Gaston Rossato.
And I'm Renzo Rossato, and what a better way to end the season with this beautiful shooting brake Ferrari Lusso GTC4.
I know. I still can't get over that shooting brake and Ferrari in the same sentence. Love it or hate it. It's a spectacular car.
Yes, it is.
I've driven it already, and I fell in love post-drive. So we want to join you with us. Hopefully we can convert you as well.
That's right, guys. Hit that subscribe button for us. As always, let's get this thing on the road, please.
All right, Renzo. It doesn't get more comfortable than this in a Ferrari. And we thought this episode was very appropriate, not only because it's for sale, and of course, like always, you can find the link down below, but it's been only less than a month that Ferrari has announced that this car has been discontinued.
That's right.
Now, there could be a lot of reasons for that. I really don't think it was the most popular of cars for the Ferrari lineup, but it's hard to deny that, like everything Ferrari, is going to go down in history as some kind of special something, right?
For sure.
It's a shooting brake, it's all-wheel drive. First thing for Ferrari ever.
Yeah, first time was with the FF, was the first introduction.
Right,
of
the predecessor
right.
to this car, right?
Very similar looking car.
But you know, this is the car that you definitely want to review on the street. We're here in Miami, in traffic on a Friday. That's what this car was designed for, right?
Exactly.
A daily drive, an executive car. It's obviously a grand touring car, but
I can drive this thing daily.
that was the purpose. Get in, drive it daily, be comfortable.
Yeah. And comfort's the number one thing with this car. Interior wise, more than enough room. This is a 4-seater. Obviously, back seats don't have as much space, but it's not too bad. Each passenger back there has their own bucket seat.
Yeah.
It has a center console that goes all the way through.
And it's actually considered a 3-door.
It is.
Because you have the hatch, of course.
That's
That has plenty of room for the luggage.
Yeah. This car is designed to have everybody engaged, especially the passenger, right? Me as a passenger, I have a full display in front of me as to everything that's going on with the car. I know that you're in third gear going 30 miles an hour at 2,000 RPM.
And that's part of the dual cockpit concept.
That's right.
That's designed into this car.
This thing even shows me my G-forces here.
Yeah, we should try to see how far we can
push
knock it off from the center.
And I have I have a whole menu here. I can go back. I have media, nav, performance, and I can see the Manatino setting that you have on the car. I'm gonna keep it on performance so I can see what's happening.
And I have the car currently in sport mode, just to allow for a little more fun driving.
And that V12 is undeniable. That sound that this car makes is just...
It's addicting. It's adrenaline.
Yeah, my goodness.
It's happiness.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a lovely, lovely car. The color combination is spectacular. It's actually considered a historical color for Ferrari as an option, which we're going to discuss later in the walk-around and introduce the color to you.
Yeah, and this car is highly optioned out. So
highly optioned.
We'll go over all those options when we do the walk-around. I think right now we just got to enjoy this drive.
Let's focus this drive. Yeah, absolutely.
Just can't get over the design of this interior. Every little detail.
Yeah, it's just not the exterior, it's the interior too.
Right.
The design language of this interior is so thoroughly thought out.
Yeah.
The ergonomics of the car, I love. Everything is just right here, right here, right here. You just
simple, easy.
Very simple, clean.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a timeless design. I wonder how age is going to play a part in this.
That's very true. Now let me put the window down a little here.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
And I'm not sure if that camera angle can see it, but this panoramic roof, man, come on.
It's like a greenhouse in here. You know what? This entire roof line is made of glass.
It's more. I'm gonna take a picture here.
You try to take a picture,
and it just doesn't do it justice.
Yeah. Take a picture and upload that thing to Instagram. It's just.
Here, good.
Go follow on Instagram to see that picture, folks.
My God, look at that! You see the entire sky. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. Even when it's raining, it's got to be a show here.
And is that we match with the sky? It's beautiful.
Too bad it's not raining.
Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of glad it's not.
Well, it'd be a good opportunity to try out that all-wheel drive system.
All-wheel drive and four-wheel steering.
Four-wheel steering, which is
huge.
In this particular, look at that turn rate, Jesus. The four-wheel steering on this car is actually a patented design for Ferrari.
All right, Gaston, it's now time for our walk-around. I think we should touch base just a little bit about the Lusso itself, and then obviously focus on this beauty right here. So the Lusso started production in 2016, and like you mentioned, in the car, it ended production just a month ago in August. The predecessor was a Ferrari FF. You know, the first car for Ferrari that comes with a four-wheel drive. This has a four-wheel drive as well, and this includes that four-wheel steering we mentioned inside the car. And you can feel it when you do that U-turn, right? How amazing that car is.
High turning ratio, unbelievable.
Let's talk about the power plant.
Yeah, this particular car has the, I would call it the optional, 6.3 liter naturally aspirated V12 producing 681 horsepower. And boy, you can feel that power.
Oh, yes.
That is a lot of power. Or you could have bought the 3.9 V8 twin turbo, which came rear wheel drive, but it did have the four-wheel steering also.
Yeah, that was 610 horsepower.
610. Big gap between the two. Yeah. Also, I mean, the V12, I gotta expect it to be a little more heavier. That's why the extra power.
Right.
But I prefer that naturally aspirated.
I'll take the V12 for this car any day of the week.
It's a Grand Touring Ferrari. Yeah. It's gotta be V12.
So that V8 was actually introduced the second year for 2017. This is the one to go with right here, right? So this car right here is finished in Azuro, California, which we mentioned in the car is a historic color for the car. And what a freaking color,
California blue, historic Ferrari color, beautiful color combination with the cream and the accent light blue as well. Yeah. So many options on this car. In fact, the car has a $403,000 window sticker.
Wow, incredible.
I think it's the time to buy something like this. The depreciation curve, you know, sloped pretty steep, and you can buy the car today for a fraction of that price.
So a very big plus side on this car, right? It says it right here on the glass. This vehicle is covered by the Ferrari 7-year genuine maintenance program.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Thank you for bringing that up, because that is thousands of dollars worth a year. That means you can take in the car at its scheduled maintenance, whatever the booklet says, drop it off at any nationwide dealer, any owner, doesn't matter if you're the third, second, third, or fourth, 100% transferable, hand them the key, and maintenance is included.
So this right here is a 2018, meaning we have 5 years left of that maintenance included. Awesome. It's freaking
Couldn't
awesome.
ask for more.
So let's talk a little bit about the options of the car. Obviously, we noticed we have the yellow caliber brakes. We do have the scooter rear shield. The car's option with, I don't know how many cameras does this car have. It's incredible.
Cameras, it's got sensors, panoramic roof like we talked about inside. Yes. You know,
the carbon fiber center bridge there for the reverse and automatic options that we have.
Steering wheel, one of our personal favorites like we talked about in the car, passenger display.
Amazing.
We're gonna, I mean, you just want to be a passenger for the first time in your life, right?
It's true, it's incredible. So there's a lot of more options, Gaston, and I can't remember all of them, but I know there's a plaque in the back of that trunk that shows us them all. So let's pop up in the truck and let's take a look.
You don't get to pop the hatch on a Ferrari any time of the week, so I'm gonna gladly do that for you.
So before we look at this plaque, right, let's take a look at these beautiful quad circular tail lights that go along with the exhaust.
So signature for Ferrari.
It is signature. And the last time this was used on a Ferrari was actually the 430. That 430 was the last one to be used with the quad circular lights.
And speaking of design, this is a Flavio Manzoni design.
That's right.
Head of the Ferrari Design Center.
So Manzoni is actually one of the design that he's responsible for the LaFerrari. So it's
No, he's done a lot of great things for Ferrari since they parted ways with Pininfarina.
So let's take a look at this plaque. Let's see the options we have here. We do have the suspension lifter. I mean, that's
huge.
Huge when you're driving this car around town. What else do we have here? The calipers we mentioned. I mean, the stitching is optional here. The panoramic roof.
The wheels.
The wheels.
The color, like we mentioned. The inner leather inserts, the passenger display. The list goes on and on. We're gonna put this here for you guys so you can see it.
Yeah, you guys have to check that out because it's highly optioned out, and that's why I had that $403,000 sticker price, right?
But it's still a luxury car and a modern one at that. Press the button and there you go. Let's go skiing.
Well, this thing will be great in the snow. All right, I think it's enough talking. I want to get behind the wheel of this car and enjoy it. And you got experience being a passenger in it because this
is true. This is true. I've never been a passenger.
We should grab the GoPro out of here and show that display in motion.
Yeah, let's do
that. All right, we're back from that amazing drive. God, it's so exciting to drive this car. I can't say much other than I'm totally in love with this car.
And it doesn't matter what we showed in this episode, the footage, the driving, all this emotion that we're trying to express, it's not gonna justify the experience of driving this car. So if you're in the market for looking to buy one for real, even if it's not this car, feel free to give me a call. I'm gonna give you a little more of that push that you may need to move forward on a purchase. Okay.
And that link is down below for the listing on this car right here. And you're going to be a little surprised at the price compared to that sticker price we mentioned earlier.
Absolutely.
So check it out. Make sure you check that out.
And as much as a sports car that it really is, because we talked about a lot about the engine, the power, the acceleration in this car, don't forget it has that Lusso badge.
That's right.
Lusso meaning luxury in Italian. That same wording was used in the 250 back in the 60s, one of my most favorite cars of all time. I don't know if it's that romanticism of that Lusso word that has me hooked, but I can't stress it enough. I love the car. What can I say?
Guys, this wraps up this episode. This wraps up this season. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Hit that subscribe button, guys.
Right.
Let's continue going forward every week with another amazing car here at the barn. Follow us on Instagram. I'm Gaston Rossato.
And I'm Rossato. See you next time.
Peace.
Ciao.